Hey y'all, it's the Jed, and I am not riding the bike today because as I film this, it's Mother's Day, and I stayed home with Mrs. the Jed. We made her breakfast this morning. We actually used the Cameo website to get Charlie Borman to film a special Mother's Day video for my wife, which came out really cool.
It's Charlie Borman here. I just wanted to wish you a very happy Mother's Day. I hear that you are one badass motorcycle rider.
So I thought I would use this time, not on the bike, to talk a little bit about a couple of pieces of gear that I have acquired in the last several weeks. Or I guess as you Brits would say, I shall try to use my time today to talk about a couple of pieces of kit I've picked up. I don't know if that was any good, but you can comment below. I'm trying to be a little more serious about safety. I've always worn all the gear all the time, pretty much, but I'm trying to improve the quality of the gear that I've been acquiring. And I'm learning a little bit about the certifications in the EU for personal protective equipment, which I'll talk a little bit about, but I think we should all spend a little more time familiarizing ourselves with those standards because they're a really good way to determine objectively whether the gear you're buying meets, certain standards. So, without further delay, the first thing I've acquired is this DAINESE DAir Smart Jacket. It's actually a vest. And it's an airbag in a vest that has coverage and protection for your back and for your chest. And it just felt like it was time to do it. Several of my friends, not Kenny, but several of my friends who ride have gotten them. And the technology seems like it's now pretty well vetted. And so I started checking them out. And what I found was, I guess there's 3 or 4 companies manufacturing these, DAINESE being one, but also Alpine Stars, also KLIM, and also Helite. I think Helite may have been the first or one of the first. And the criteria for me came down to protection, sort of functionality, and comfort. And the DAINESE is what I came up with. In terms of protection, it's got coverage on your back and on your chest. And, I think there are some that are perhaps slightly more protective. I think the Alpine Stars version of this has maybe a little bigger of an airbag. And also it has a back protector in addition to the airbag. I didn't think that would work for me because the folks I know who have it have had trouble fitting it under their jackets. I figured if I want a back protector too, I can just use the back protector from my own jacket. That's another criteria for me was how easy would it be to fit this under or over my existing jacket. And I decided I'm rarely, if ever, going to wear this over a jacket, but I want it to fit comfortably under my jacket, and the DAINESE fit that bill. The KLIM I opted against because, as I understand it, you have to subscribe to it, so there are ongoing fees if you want to use that, and that didn't make sense to me. Sorry, there's a plane going by if you hear that. The KLIM, it's one purchase and you're done, unless you have a spill, in which case you have to send it in to get the airbag refitted into the jacket. Also, this version of the DAINESE, I was able to get 30% off in store. It may be available online with a discount as well. This was one version ago, but the only difference is actually the material they used in the vest itself. They tried to make it a little more breathable in the second version. I tried that one on in the store as well, and it just didn't seem worth the extra 30% cost to me. And I've had a chance to wear this. I wore it under my jacket on the trip that Kenny and I took up the California coast, and it was quite comfortable. And now, granted, temperatures were relatively cool on that trip, but I don't think it's going to bother me in terms of breathability. The way this one works, it's supposedly 7 times more protective than a level, don't quote me on this, but I think than a level 2 back protector. It makes use of an accelerometer and a gyroscope and GPS, and supposedly monitors itself 1,000 times a second. And it detects if you spill from the bike. It's really easy to use. You simply put it on and zip it up. And to activate it, it has a magnet. And you just pull the magnet out from a little pouch. It tucks itself away, and you connect it to a magnet on the other side of the vest. And when you do that, it activates automatically. I'm not going to activate it for you here, because anytime you activate it off the bike like this and jostle it, I suppose there's a chance you could actually make it think you're having an accident, and I don't want to do that. But when you activate it, it alerts you via a vibration and also via a light on the breast of the vest, and through color coding, you know when you've activated it properly, and then also you know, or it knows when you're on the bike and the engine is running. It senses the vibration of the engine, and it gives you a little vibration for that, and the color of the light turns green, so you know you're good to go. Thus far, it's proven easy to use, and I just feel that much safer when I'm wearing it. So that's the first bit of kit that I've gotten, and the second bit of kit is in this box from KLIM, right here. And through the magic of motion picture videography, I'm going to show you what's inside. Presto! It's the KLIM Badlands Pro Jacket. So why did I decide to get this KLIM Badlands Pro Jacket? Well, I needed a 4-season jacket, or 3-season, that the DAINESE air vest would fit under well. I have a Motoport mesh jacket that I can use with a waterproof liner and a thermal liner in cold weather, but it's a pain to have to zip in those layers, and it was a little too snug to fit with the DAINESE. So I've been shopping around for a colder weather, foul weather jacket, and my criteria for that was also protection, and it had to fit the DAINESE vest underneath it, and I wanted it to look cool too. It helped that Kenny actually has one of these, and he's had it for quite a while, and he has spoken highly of it, so I was sort of leaning toward a KLIM anyway. I have the KLIM Marrakesh jacket that I wear in warm weather, and the Marrakesh pants, and I really like those. But I wanted to make sure that whatever I got was protective, and also I wanted a Gore-Tex jacket, and I wanted it to be a laminated Gore-Tex jacket, meaning I wanted the waterproofing to be in the shell itself, or laminated to the shell, so that I didn't have to add a separate layer to be waterproof. And this jacket fit those bills. It's actually, Gore-Tex Pro is KLIM's most waterproof shell. It's, I think, a 3-layer laminate shell. This jacket is AA abrasion resistance rated in Europe. I had decided I wanted a minimum AA abrasion rating. That rating starts, the lowest level of that is C, and then it goes to B, and then A, AA, and AAA. And KLIM actually makes a AAA rated version of this jacket that's called I think it's called the Badlands A3. But it's quite a lot of money and a bit overkill for me. So I ended up with this. It just came in a couple of days ago. I actually really like the colors in it. I got a size XL, which is roomy enough for me to have the DAINESE vest under it and also leave the back protector in it. The other thing I like about it is it's got level 2 protection for the back protector, for the shoulders, and the elbows. It has some sort of chest protection as well, but I don't believe that's level 2. Point of all this is I really urge y'all, if you haven't already done so, and maybe you're a step ahead of me, to familiarize yourself with these safety ratings. If you go to actually the Revit website, there's a really good explanation of the abrasion and impact resistance ratings in Europe. The European listeners, viewers of the channel may already be very familiar with those, but I don't think most Americans are. And for us, it's really the only way to get objectively determined evaluations of the gear we're purchasing. And I think that's really important. Interestingly, the KLIM Marrakesh jacket that I wear, which is has a high degree of airflow, it's a relatively light jacket, is also AA rated for abrasion resistance, which really made me happy and I didn't know that when I bought it. It only came with level 1 armor, but I actually upgraded the back armor to level 2. It's all D30 armor, which is what's in this Badlands as well. The thing I like about this Badlands too is it's got a ton of ventilation that you can unzip in the front, on the arms, and in the back. And I'm not going to go into all of that detail because if you do a quick Google search, you'll come up with multiple videos and multiple retailers who have great descriptions of these jackets. So I'm not going to bore you with that, but I'm super pumped to have this and to have the vest. I'm probably not going to get much wear out of this, until after the summer, but that's okay. It's great to have it, and it's great that it fits so well. I just kind of bought a size bigger than I thought I probably needed. I've got about a 44-inch chest, which I think a size large would have fit well in. The XL is meant for a slightly bigger guy than me, but it gave me just enough room to comfortably wear this DAINESE vest under it. Sleeves are a little bit long for me, but they've got Velcro cinches on them, so I can deal with that. So that's my story for today, and I'm sticking to it. I thank y'all for listening. If you've listened this far, I hope you're doing great. I hope you got to ride your bike today, even though I didn't, and I was fine not riding mine. It was a good reason not to ride it today. If you're new to the channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing. And if you've enjoyed this content, I hope you hit that like button. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.